and stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation. The sun is high over Hampton, Georgia for round 5 of the VRL Vanquish ARCA series as we roll into the heart of the old beast, the 2008 legacy configuration of Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live from the the Vigilante Journal 200, an afternoon showdown on one of the most demanding 1.5 miles we've ever built. 4 races are in the book so far for this season. The points are tightening, and now this worn, abrasive surface is ready to expose who's truly settling in as a contender. Old Atlanta doesn't hand out favors. It chews up tires, punishes impatience, and humbles anyone who thinks they can muscle their way around this place for 200 miles. Today isn't about jump starts or getting out early front. It's about who can manage the fall off, who can keep their right rear alive, and who can stay disciplined when the track starts to take more than it gives. So settle in, Vigilante Nation. Hot Atlanta's sun-soaked asphalt is ready to test every driver who dares to take the green. My name is Alan, and I'm going to bring you all the racing excitement and action here tonight. As always, my beautiful and talented wife is up there in the booth managing these drivers in this race, and we love having her there, doing a great job for us. And we also invite you to join the conversation tonight in the live chat. We'll feature select comments on air, provided they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship that we've come to expect from our community. And with that, folks, we're going to get you started with some session details. All right, tonight we're doing 133 laps around this place, 200 virtual miles. These drivers only have 55% fuel in that tank and an additional 3 sets of tires over the wall. And those are going to be like gold at a place like this. If you ever watched the old NASCAR races before they reconfigured this place, this old configuration from 2008 just destroys tires. So the guys who can really manage that are going to show their way to the front. So 3 additional sets. They do have a fast repair. Should they get themselves in trouble here tonight, they have an opportunity to have a fully renewed car. So let's hope it's pretty clean. We don't need to use those. Incident limit is 25 and 6, as always. The iRacing will control the cautions, lucky dogs, and the wave rounds. So I'm going to talk points for a second here. Yeah, this is the 5th race of the season, so we're getting to the halfway point. Only 13 races for the entire season, and this is how we're shaping up right now. At the top of the leaderboard, the number 1 machine, Chris Goins with 126 points. In second, Albert Anderson, America's driver, with 106, just 20 points back. In third, you got the 47 of John McAdam with 100. Fourth, the 88 of Mike Adamson with 96. And new to the top 5, Luke Chadwick in that number 9 machine with 91 points. So, you know, there's a little bit of a spread here from 1st to 5th, but it's tight in spots, and nobody is out of it. So Chris Gomes has to keep the pressure on in order to bring home the big trophy here at the end of this season. We'll get you kicked over here to the main. You can watch the end of qualifying here. These guys are on track. They got to, not qualifying, excuse me, practice. Another 5 minutes remaining of that. And while they are wrapping up their practice, let's talk a little bit about the weather. So the track's pretty hot. When I looked at it earlier, if the weather's going to pop up for me here, let's give it a second to reset. I don't know why it's doing this lately, but you saw it go away. See if it comes back here in a moment. Let's read it off to you here. I got it. So 75 degrees is the ambient air temperature. 107 degrees is the track temp. So it's kind of surprising. I guess it's all that direct sun, and here it goes. It finally came back in. So you can see there on your screen. 107 for that track temp. I was surprised when I read that. 75% humidity. Wind is 11 miles an hour out of the southeast, and we're going to be under partly cloudy skies today, as you can see. But it's going to be great weather here for this race. You can see a capacity crowd on hand. Already getting in there, getting ready to watch this race. Yeah, 28. I'll do another check here. We had 28 drivers in for this race last I checked, and it has increased to 30 drivers. So great turnout here this afternoon for the Vanquish Series. 31 drivers on the track. We have 2 onboard cameras, and that's going to be the 01 of Kelly Kill and the 81 of Jonathan Osborne. We're actually going to get a real quick pre-race interview with these guys, so you guys can have a chance to see what their thoughts are going into this race. For penalties tonight, listen up, because your favorite driver might be among them. We had 11 penalties from last week's race. So the 30 of Austin Fassett, the 14 of Dustin Eaton, the 24 Scott Tice, the 38 Gordon Spain, the 88 Mike Adamson, the 28 George Rincon, the 89 Brian Rose, the 09 of Dylan Simmons, the 81 of Jonathan Osborne, the 22 of Alex Anderson, and the 29 of Brett McCoy, all starting from the back of the grid due to contact penalties from last week's race at Nashville. And as always, folks, I want to remind you that tonight's race is brought to you proudly by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email on your screen, and he'll get you fixed up and ready for your next race in style. And we thank him for coming on board this season for both the Premier and the Vanquish Series here in the Vigilante Racing Network. So we'll talk a little bit about Atlanta before we get... Actually, probably should go ahead and get Kelly Kill up in here, because he's going to be qualifying tonight. We can talk with the 81 a bit longer because he's not qualifying tonight due to that penalty we talked about. Hey, Kelly's down in the booth, buddy. You got me. Kelly Kill, it's out in the booth, buddy. You got me.
What's up, Alan? I got you.
Hey, man. We've got you on the air. I want to get a quick interview with you before you go to qualifying here in about 2 minutes. How are you feeling about tonight? Is practice going well for you? Feel like you're fast and going to be in competing for the victory here?
Well, right now, let's see what I'm running. 25th, but I haven't been drafting. I haven't got lucky enough to get into a draft. Looks like my teammate Trevor's pretty quick up there. That's a draft, but my plan is to stay patient, manage the tires, keep it clean, and just be there at the end. So, try to get a good finish here under the lights.
No, yeah, for sure, man. This is, I love this track. I know we kind of swap back and forth between this legacy configuration and the new one. So which one do you prefer?
You know me, I like the pack racing. So, but I do like the legacy one though. This one's fun, but it's right now under practice. That track's like 105 degrees. It's slick. So, but I think I like the new one personally.
No, I would expect you to say that, being the super speedway kind of just badass that you are when you get out there on those tracks, man. And that's kind of how the new Atlanta race is, slightly different, but basically the same. But yeah, man, I hate to disappoint you. 105 degrees is not where it's going to end. We expect that track temp to go up to at least 107, by the way.
Oh, man, what'd you say that for?
I just want to give you the heads up, man, before you go out there in that turn one for the
drop.
qualifying. I know, right? No, I don't. We're in the heat of the heat of the afternoon, man, and you guys are going to warm it up with your tires. So, hey, man, I really do appreciate you talking to me ahead of time before we start the race here. But hey, man, before you go, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, you bet. I got a big thanks to Lori and yourself for everything you guys do to keep the Vigilante Racing League running, and we all appreciate the time and the effort you guys put in. I mean, I know you guys do countless hours. It's crazy. And then also a shout out to all the drivers who show up every week. You know, the competition and friendships is what make this league great.
Yeah, man, for sure. You said it. And thanks again for talking to us. I'll let you get refocused, man, and get out there and lay down a burner of a lap.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Good luck, man.
Yep. Bye.
All right, folks. That was Mr. Kelly Kill out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the 01 machine, looking to put down a hot lap here in Hot Atlanta tonight. And we got a chance to talk to him, which was great. As they're going into qualifying, now we're going to dial up the 81 of Jonathan Osborne. See if I can find him. And pull him into the booth here to have a discussion with us. Since he won't be out there on track qualifying. And there he is. So we do have him. Hey, Jonathan Osborne's down in the booth, buddy. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, I'm pulling you up for this pre-race interview. Just got finished talking to Kelly Kill. He's talking about how hot that track is out there and slick. Just want to get your thoughts. I know you're not going to be qualifying. I already talked to the audience that 11 drivers. We had 11 drivers that had penalty from last week. So, and you happen to be among them. So that's why we're able to talk to you here. But how you feeling from practice? Do you think you're going to have a great shot to come from the back and maybe take home the victory tonight?
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at it. I did quite a bit of practice leading the last couple of days, and yeah, it's super slick out here. People are going to be trying to hold it wide open around the high side, and I just don't think the track's going to be able to hold on to it. So I think we're going to see quite a few self spins tonight. Hopefully, we don't see some carnage though. It's pretty slick out here.
Does it get any better after you get a few laps on those cold tires, or maybe you just have a period of goodness in the middle before it gets slick again?
So if you do it right, you probably got about 5 good laps, and then if you abuse your right rear at all, it gets real loose on you, and you gotta watch out for that overheating the right rear. Make sure to keep it underneath you, not overwork it and spin out.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Hey, I'm taking a look at some of the stats before I brought you on. I noticed you're 9th in the points for this season. We're 5th race out of 13. You're averaging a top 10. I know tonight is not helping you with the start, but still, even with that penalty, I expect to see you up at the front. How are you feeling about your chances to jump from 9th and maybe contend for the trophy for the season?
I'm hoping that we can pull something out here. We got some good tracks coming up for me, so we'll see how that goes. I really like Pocono. I think that's next week, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll go from there.
Oh, that's right. Pocono is on the schedule for next week. You do like that, Joanne. I think if I recall, you just said that, baby?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, but thanks for talking to me before this race. I know you need to get your head focused again, but before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, I just want to shout out you and Lori. You guys do an amazing job at this league. Larry Donahue, he helps me fund this racing program, all my family, and just all the viewers that we got. I was watching the Wednesday broadcast, and in 14 hours we had 130 views. So that's we're rocking and rolling with that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean the last week for your guys' Nashville race, man, you guys are at 420 something views, by the way. So you're really packing them in. That just goes a testament to the talent you guys are and the show you're putting on out there on the track.
Right on. Thank you. That's cool to see. I'm glad that we're getting views and able to put on a show for people.
Yeah, for sure. We're building momentum. And hey, man, thanks so much for talking to me. I'm gonna let you get back out there on the track and get ready to get ready to start this race.
Alrighty, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. All right, folks. That's Jonathan Osborne. We appreciate him talking to us. All these drivers volunteer their time, give us these real life feeds, and it really helps out with putting on the show for you guys who are watching out there. And yeah, we love them for it. See if we can go up here and check in with Chris Gomes. Right now, top of the leaderboard. Probably going to be closing out his qualifying attempt here. See if he got a special paint scheme here tonight. He's always running something special. Let's see if we zoom in a bit. Peach Date Grocery. All right. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen this one yet. He's probably doing that one just because we're in Georgia, I would imagine. There's your current championship leader, Mr. Chris Gomes. And I think he's the last one. We should see these guys start to grid up here momentarily. And here we go. I'm gridding right up on the track here. We're going to have one parade lap, and we're going to cut them loose here in Atlanta. We'll see if Jonathan Osborne's fears come to fruition. Hopefully it doesn't, get too wrecky out there. I want to see some great racing. Lots of times my experience at this track is if we can get past the start and or a restart for a few laps and it gets spread out a bit, we really get some great racing. And that's what we're hoping for here tonight. Looking out there in the chat, see Nicole Decker out there pulling for her man. I think he's in a number 8 machine. He is Colin Decker. Albert Anderson Sr. out there pulling for the 99. Hello, sir. Jeremy Gammon out there for pulling for Walton. I think he's in the 5 machine. I'm looking to see if he's here. He is. Ryan Walton is in the field. Appreciate you guys being here very much. And if you haven't already, folks, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us out. Helps us feature these drivers as well. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern here in the United States. And hit the notification bell. We do like to go sports car racing here in the Vigilante Racing League. Mostly endurance. So like the Daytona 24 hours or the 24 hours of Spa. 12 and 6-hour endurance races here and there. You like to watch that kind of thing or just track your favorite driver, that notification bell will ensure that you don't miss any time that we go live. All right, let's get your starting grid. All right, folks, Chris Gomes took the top step here. Another podium, Trevor Robertson second, Colin Decker third, Andrew Cawthon fourth, Albert Anderson fifth, sixth, John McAdam, Mike Everidge seventh, Timmy McAdam 8th, Ryan Walton 9th, Michael Brooks 10th, Tim McAdam 11th, 12th, Kelly Keel, John Gallagher 13th, John Shanebacher 14th, Aaron Warren 15th, Jesse Reddy 16th, Luke Chadwick 17th, Joseph Canals 18th, Dalton Scaife 19th, Scott Milner 20th, Brett McCoy 22nd, Mike Allison 23rd, 24th, Alex Anderson, George Rincon 25th, Jonathan Osborne's going to the back there. Got Tice 26, Austin Bassett 27th, and these guys are just kind of moving around on us at this point. And Alex Anderson in 30th. So you got 30 trucks out there. Excuse me. I'm thinking about Wednesday night. Yeah, 30 ARCA cars out there ready to get unleashed and underway. I think Lori just threw an additional caution, most likely. So these guys can get situated. He's moving around. I mentioned we had 11 total, and they're back on, 11 penalties here tonight. And it takes a minute to get those guys lined up. And she wants to be fair and ensure that nobody is disadvantaged while they're trying to get in line. So you see green at the top of your screen there. They are not green. They're under yellow. The lights just went on top of that pace car. They're going to come around, and that scoring tower will reset once we actually drop the green here in just a moment. You know, Atlanta is it's not just another mile and a half. This is a 1.54 sandpaper slick tire shredding patience testing relic that demands respect from the moment you roll onto the banking. The place looks fast because it is fast. For about 5 laps, you know, and then the surface is going to start taking chunks out of your tires like you owe it money. You're not really race old Atlanta. You're going to manage it. You have to survive it. Pray for the right rear. You don't want that right rear to wear out, and that's the first thing that's going to start going on you. This track is going to reward the drivers who can stay disciplined as the tires fall off. And if they don't, they're going to fall back into the pack like a freight train going in the wrong direction. We should see this pace car go off track here in just a moment. First start is going to be on the flagman, not the leader. After that's going to be the leader within the restart zone. And there we go. We are green, folks. One machine's out to the lead so far. You got Trevor Robertson in hot pursuit, but really, yeah, he just came on around the outside of Colin Decker and has taken that second position. Going for the lead right here, the 6 is. Early aggression. I talked about, hey, it's not the fastest guy out the gate. It's usually the person who can save their tires. Clean start so far. See, we're 2, sometimes even 3 wide back here in the field. They are getting after it. Ooh, scraped the wall there. 123, John Gallagher, and that Lucky Charms machine looking to get lucky here in Atlanta. The other one in the wall. Let's see who that was. I think it was Michael Brooks. Yeah, I think it was this 92 Wrangler machine. Big hit on the wall. Hopefully he doesn't have any wheel damage based on that. So far, he's doing all right. Some more sparks coming on. These guys were really pushing it early. So we're likely to see, if we stay green, there'll be some comers and goers. Around to the backstretch here. We got another challenge. Trevor Robertson. I see Kyle Vaught out there pulling for his man. I think that's his teammate. Trevor looking to take away this lead from Chris Gomes. But now we have Albert Anderson, America's driver, looking to get into the fight on the inside of the 6 machine. Not quite there. Not able to clear yet. That high line, the 1 and the 6 are using that momentum on the high line. Prevent that pass. Colin Decker and that really good looking number 8 machine looking to make a move now on Anderson. And that's the danger. When you go low, when you try to make a pass and you cannot complete it, that's going to open the door for the rest of the field or whoever's right behind you to take a shot. I see the 8 machine took his shot, didn't make it, and now he's falling back to the 47 there on the top side. Well, Decker out there saying good luck to the number 8 as we watch him fall 2 spots there, looking to get back in line maybe. He could slot in. These guys aren't looking to cut anybody any breaks, so you see him really wiggling that rear end. You don't want to do that too much. Starting to get kind of lined up in the train on the high side. That's where everybody's trying to migrate to. Off the rear deck here. Yeah, if he doesn't jump up here soon, he's going to get caught out for 3 or 4 more spots. I don't see a big break until after these next 3 cars. Kill looking to make it around him here. Nothing changed at the front. Chris Goins still has the lead over Trevor Robertson. But there is 0 daylight between the 2 of them. As we see Colin still falling. May be able to get the line right here. Oh, somebody's down low. Okay. John Gallagher, that picture is not correct. It should update the moment. There he goes. John Gallagher, something happened with him right there. We saw him smack the wall once already tonight. Maybe that's what happened. Pushed him further back into the field. Like he might be back up to speed right now. Don't really see any damage there, so. Your leader is starting to pull a little bit on second place. Getting up to nearly half a second. Not quite. Riding on board with Chris Goins right now. We'll see how hard he's working in that car. Gonna ride a lap here with him as he's coming onto the front stretch. See how his line's looking. He's right up next to the wall here. You don't really cut way down and you get past this black here and you want to, that's where your turn-in point, also your lift point is. Now some of these guys are going to be using more brake than others. Just depends on your driving style. And depending on that style, it's going to affect how your tires wear. Now, I don't really see him going down and painting the line. What I mean by that is wrapping right around the bottom on that white line, kind of using that middle to high groove. And I can only assume that that's to help make the tire life last longer there. It'll be a while before he has any feel goods he's going to be able to put on there. Barry Robertson's come back into the picture here, close it down from nearly half a second to less than 0.2. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'll mention it now. I think we got somebody wrecking here. Scott Tice had an indication that he crashed. No caution. May go back and take a look in just a second, see what happened. He was watching the battle for the lead here. So the fuel window is about 28 laps. If they go all out, here we see the 6 making a move. About 28 laps is what we're talking here. And he's out front, going to pull the slide job. Oh, you see how the rear starts to step out. He lost momentum there, but he still holds the position. New leader, Trevor Robertson in the Bucky's number 6. First time tonight. First 13 laps led by Chris Goins. Going back, maybe challenge on the outside. I thought he was going to go to the outside there for a second. I don't know. I heard him say something. That looked really odd. I don't know what happened there. Here he goes. Maybe he's going to take another look himself. Into the inside of the 6 machine. These guys are talking to each other. It'll be a hard pass, and Albert Anderson's coming fast in that 99. You also got Mike Everidge back here and Ryan Walton in the number 5 Kellogg's machine. Actually, Kellogg's / CarQuest. And that's probably, oh, the 0-1 of Kelly Kill. Lonnie comes back up on the track and he gets nailed into the outside wall. Oh my 12 machine just dead T-bones him. I don't know that he could possibly have missed that. We'll go back and take a look. Wow, it's a good thing that these guys are not really racing, because that could have been definitely something you're not going to walk away from without limping for sure. And it's good that these guys have a fast repair. So if you're a Kelly Kill fan, he is not out of this. And Shane Bacher, who ran right into him. The only problem is Kelly just had to tow there, so he will go laps down. Wow, we'll go back and take a look and see what started this. Well, I know Kelly was around. I don't know why. Okay, we'll take a look from the rear. He's already trying to catch it here. Okay, now we know. Right here it is. So he's coming out of 4. Oh, just ever so, when you tap that thing, it just unsettles the car. It's just a crucial moment. And now he's trying to catch it. He's really just fishtailing, kind of. Motorcycle riders out there understand what I mean. Like a tank slapper. He's just trying to catch that thing from wobbling and get control of your vehicle. 12 comes in there. 12 gets really damaged as well. Going to go back again, and then we're going to shift over to the 12 and ride on board with him for this accident. Oh, if I can, fire he is right here. Here we go. Right from the cockpit. He's coming around. He sees the smoke. The guy's in the grass. He probably doesn't see this other one right in front of him. He just comes off the wall back down right in front of him. Really no opportunity to miss that. The chopper. You just guessed wrong. If he had went to the right-hand side, he'd been fine. Just took off the front end of Shane Buckler right there. John races with us out of Louisville, Kentucky. In fact, I don't know if he's going to make it back to... Yeah, his car won't even... You can see him spin the tires. He's got the tow as well. All right, first caution of the evening. 18 laps into this event so far.
Front end looks better.
See, Alex Anderson here in the 22 machine out of Belton, Texas, is listed as your leader of 29 spots. He did have a penalty night, as I mentioned. I think he might be taking a chance here, folks, because he did not go down pit lane. And most of the people who went down pit lane all the way down to 19th did not take fresh tires. They didn't take 4 tires. If I haven't mentioned already, these guys usually have to pay a tire tax each week. And what I mean by that is they have to make X amount of stops for fuel, and Lori didn't give them enough tires to be able to put tires on for all of those stops. They're one stop short. So at some point during the race, strategically they have to think about when do they want to pay that tax. In other words, double stint those tires. Right now, nobody took tires on that one. It's way too early. We're only in the teens of these laps. And I mentioned before, they only have 3 sets of tires. I see M Hum DM, I don't remember who that is, saying nice camera reviews. Hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. And we'll see how this works out. I don't think Alex Anderson's really at a deficit here because, like I mentioned, everybody behind him is on the same set of tires. Now, the problem is if this runs long without a caution, he's going to have to go in for fuel way before the rest of these guys. 16, 17 laps earlier. Looking off the roof cam of Anderson right now. Alex Anderson, that is. We have 2 Andersons in here now. I had to remember that. 22 machine. He will control the restart of this race once he gets to the restart zone. Race car's going to pull off here. Restart zone is in the blue on the wall there.
Green, green, green.
And he just launched. Here we go, folks. Actually, the 6 machine. Don't know if that's going to end up being a penalty if Robertson jumped to start or if Anderson just didn't go. And they're wrecking. Giant wreck. Giant wreck back here. That's Dalton Scaife right there in the 69. We got Austin Fassett, Timothy McAdam Jr., and Jonathan Osborne all have meatball flags. We've got to go into the pits there and get fixed up. Let's go back and take a look and see what happens here. Crashed on the restart here after just 20 laps. It's our second caution already. All right, so here we are going into 1 and 2. We're going to ride behind Dalton Scaife right here. This starts in front of him.
I thought I was, but if iRacing is telling me to let you by, so.
Car 3.
Yeah, I had to slam on the brakes to miss it.
All good, brother.
Looks like that might be the 38 machine. It is. So we'll go back and do this again and see what happens with. This is the root cause of the incident here. These 2 cars. We got Gordon Spain here on the inside. 82 looks like comes down. That Rebel 82 machine. I don't know. He just didn't know he was coming. What happens here? I'm a chopper view. 82's on toward the outside of the 5. Suddenly comes down. And then it's on from there. The guys were so tight because of the restart, they couldn't miss this. And escaped. He actually didn't wreck. He was on the banking, and that's why he went around. Yeah, I don't think he suffers any damage. Yeah, he's slowing down, which is what you need to do. And you can see that banking's just starting to self-clean the cars off of it. And because he slowed down so much, that's why he slid down the track there. All right, your current leader now is Trevor Robertson. I don't think he received a black. I think that whatever happened there on that restart, Alex Anderson must have launched first. Doesn't matter who gets to the line first. It matters who launches first. And it looked like maybe Alex Anderson missed a gear. Well, I should go back and take a look at that too. All right, here we go. Let's look at this kind of from the blimp. Alex Anderson's in a 22. You see the pace cars going off here. And once he gets up here to this restart zone, he can go anytime. He must have. And if you wait until you go past that last line here, then the rest of the cars can launch on their own. You lose the ability to control the relaunch or the restart as the leader if you don't launch within that restart zone. And so that's what happened. He just sat there. I don't know if he got caught sleeping or what happened, but he pulls over and he just started going backwards. And that really kind of jumbled things up. That's what happened, folks. Let's see where we're at now. Should be coming to the restart. And we are. Lights are out on top of that pace car. Once we get around here and it pulls off, control of the restart will be on Trevor Robertson this time. And I know Trevor pretty well. This is one guy, he's going to make sure he launches. He doesn't want to get in front of him at all. There we go.
Green.
There he goes. Green flag is out. Great launch by the 6. Fight's on now for second and third. You see them 2 by 2. That's Redding, Anderson, Albert Anderson, that is. Gomes and Walton. Throw a blanket over him.
Thank you.
Outside line seems to have momentum. 21, Jesse Redding falling back just a bit there into 4th. Jesse's up 12 spots already tonight, though. Having started towards the rear. Got his teammate there, Chris Gomes. A lot of momentum on the high side. Chris is really coming. Quite 3 wide. 3 different lines here, though. Middle, top, and bottom. You got different advantages and disadvantages of all of them. Here we go. Oh, they're wrecking behind them. Caution's out. That's going to be Gordon Spain and others. Trevor Robertson's going to hold on to the lead here. Let's go back and take a look and see what happens. Gordon Spain is that orange and yellow truck right here, the 38. Excuse me, car. Right here in the middle of your screen. Looks like him and the 47 are going to get together. And the 9. Goes from there. Oh, really? Oh, did he just alt F4? I don't know if he altered F4, which is an immediate launching yourself out of the game. I don't think that happened. I think it just disappeared for a moment. Let's take a look.
No, I'm waiting for 09.
He goes in here, goes for the move. 47 cuts down, though. Just at that moment as he's right at his bumper. Those guys need to get away.
I'm trying to catch up to the field.
John McAdams here in the 47. Let's see if he does okay here. He's going through the grass. You see the 09 ends up being okay.
Can't make it. You need to tow.
I think he's going to be okay. So it looked really bad, but I don't know that That many cars got tore up. And Timothy McAdam out there, 861, so he couldn't catch a break tonight. Good luck. 47 and 67. That's Timmy McAdam out there. I think they're in the chat. The 27 is out of the race. All right, folks, remember tonight's broadcast is proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need custom liveries that turn heads on the track, reach out to Austin via his email there on your screen, and he'll get you set up for your next race. You'll be going out there in style. We thank him for coming on board here for both the Vanquish and the Premier Series in VRL and supporting this league. Make sure you support him too, folks, if you can. All right, they're not even 2x2 yet. Get a quick word with your current leader. Hey, Trevor Robertson's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Sure.
Hey, man, you're looking really sporty out there tonight. Fast Bucky's number 6 machine. You're looking to take the lead from the very start. So how do you think your chances are tonight here at this track that's going to eat everybody's tires up?
I'm just hoping I do all right with the strategy. I've been trying to calculate it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But, I mean, other than that, the car's fast, trying to limit the runs of the people behind me. If they try to go past me on the inside, because the outside seems to be a little faster. That's about it.
Yeah, it seemed like that if you can hold a good line on top there with momentum, unless you really get it just right on the bottom, it's hard to pass.
Especially with a few lap old tires, because they do age fast. It's really fast on the bottom when they're fresh, but it goes away really quick.
Well, hey, man, thanks for talking to us. I'll let you get refocused. Good luck the rest of the way. Hope to talk to you at the end of the race.
Hopefully so. Thank you.
All right, guys. Let's please.
All right, folks, there's Trevor Robertson, your current leader. He's going to launch us into the restart here.
Hot tires, old tires, whatever. Be patient.
See if we can get rolling here and get some green flag laps going.
Do not change lanes. Go after you cross the start finish line. Thank you.
So the 6 will get to launch once he gets to the restart zone here. He is the control car. Trevor Robertson's in first, Walton second, Gomes third, Jesse Redding fourth, Brett McCoy 5th, and Mike Adamson 6th. So here we go.
Green flag.
And the green is out. Oh, really tight there. Second place. They are touching. 5 and the 1. That's Gomes and Walton. A little bit of door music there as they were trying to fight for second place, and cautions back out again with Luke Chadwick. All right, I would not be surprised if Lori doesn't put these guys in single file for this restart. That's what happens if they have like 3 cautions in succession. She'll normally put them in single file. That way we can have maybe a little more opportunity to get it launched and under green before they start having issues. Go back now and take a look and see what happens to Luke Chadwick. Luke's right here. Top line here. Oh, he slows down with the car in front of him, and then he gets tagged by the 01. Go down for the 69, and that's what happened. Oh, he just launches him. He gets hit by the 38 secondarily.
You won't spin your tires as bad, or if you're in the back, start in third gear.
Doesn't look too tore up, though.
Thank you.
He should definitely be able to continue.
And I appreciate that.
I think he's got a fan out there, too.
Guys, you are in
I'm thinking about calling. Oh,
restart.
hot tires.
Get in lane. Get in line.
Okay, I hear Lori right now. She's putting them in single file for this restart. 32 laps complete. We got to get rolling here and under green. We are on our 4th caution of the night and only 32 laps. That is not normal.
I'll put you back double.
What'll happen is if they run at least 10 green flag laps, if there's a caution after that point, she usually puts them if she's feeling generous, she usually puts some back into double file. We got Edith Anderson out there in the chat saying, hello, VRL, Team Albert present and accounted for. Hello, Lori. Hello, Edith, and welcome. We also see Kathy A out there in the chat saying hello to everybody pulling for the America's Driver, the 99 of Albert Anderson as well. I know his dad's out here.
Sorry.
We have the Anderson. Let's check on see where he's running right now. Albert is in 19th in that pinwheel number 99 machine. He's looking pretty calm behind the wheel there. I don't see him really worried about anything. He's probably got a turkey sandwich in there with him. You know, making sure that if he gets hungry in the middle of the race, he's going to keep his stomach as out of the equation. But he'll be back up front. I think he probably got caught up in one of those accidents, or he's just playing some kind of a strategy. He definitely didn't take tires that I can see on that last stop. 3 pit stops. He probably had some damage and was fixing it up. Take a look at the front of his car, though. Looks like it's in good shape now. So there's a status report for Albert Anderson. Currently 19th, down 13 spots from where he began the night. So you know he's fast, and he'll be back up front shortly. Single file starts can also be a little bit treacherous. These guys got to pay attention for the accordion effect. You know, where somebody will speed up in front of them, and you'll speed up because you're behind them, and you can't see around them, and it'll start to slow down, and it can become a thing. They need to really tighten the field up, or give themselves a little extra room and maintain a steady speed rather than you know, going fast and slowing down over and over again. Trevor Robertson is your leader. He will control the restart. Chris Gomes second. Walton is in third. It's Ryan Walton. Fourth is Jesse Redding. Fifth, Brett McCoy. Mike Adamson sixth. Andrew Cawthon 7th. Scott Milner is in 8th. Tim McAdams Sr. is in 9th in that 67 machine. I know Timmy McAdams out there pulling for him. And George Rincon rounds out your top 10.
All right, guys, tighten up.
Laura's trying to manage and get on a tighten up field. Here we go. In the restart zone at the white line. And there he goes. He just launches. Single file train. Let's see if this helps. So far, so good. Trevor's out there for a pretty good little distance, about 2/10 on that launch, but they're going to catch up pretty quick. The draft does come into play as Ryan Walton's making a play here on Chris Gomes. With Jesse Redding looking on in that 21. Oh, they're right there. It gets tight. If I wasn't able to track out up to the wall, what I mean, he has no room to go out to the wall, so his radius of the corner kind of truncated, and that can either do a couple of things. One, you don't have as much speed coming out of the corner. Two, you can get loose really quick. So he falls in a line here. They're going to take another crack at it in the same corner, going into 3, dives it to the bottom. Starts to wash up a bit now. This is a really, see how he's getting sideways there? What I'm talking about there. Now, he may end up pulling off this pass, but the longer that the one can hold him down there, the worse that is for the 5 on his tires. His rear tires are going to start to wear out with all that sliding.
Not bad, Chris. All good, buddy. No worries.
Top 4 right here. Trevor Robertson, your current leader, followed by Chris Gomes in that one machine. Ryan Walton now being challenged by Jesse Redding. Here we go. Brett McCoy's coming into this fight too in the 29. He's up 16 positions now, running in 5th. Yeah, Lori's out there in the chat saying, hey, she's here. She loves talking to everybody in the chat. She's been busy with these 4 cautions right off the rip here early in this race. She hates that. So hopefully we get a green flag run here and she can kick back and socialize. 6-car breakaway up here. Robertson, Walton, Gomes, Redding, McCoy, and now joined by Mike Adamson here in that 88hendrix.com machine. That's a good looking ride, Mike. Mike races with us out of Sanford, Florida. And I dig the chrome wheels on it. I don't like chrome wheels on everything, but certain cars, it just feels right. And here he goes, looking to make a move on Brett McCoy. Ooh, Brett. I don't know if he got caught off guard there, or just expected 88 to pull in a little bit there, but Brett, he lost a few spots, a few seconds rather. Like he's gathered it back up. And that Budweiser machine back on track. Really got no pressure from behind. You can see that out his back window. Brett's up 15 spots, like I mentioned. He was in 5th a minute ago, but right now, he's not the biggest mover. Pretty close. Biggest move is Mike Adamson at 88 machine, up 20 spots at the moment. And I just saw John McAdam come up on my screen here, has crashed and jumped to the pits. It's like Ryan Walton's up here fighting for the lead, folks. Trying to get away from the 6. He did get around to 1. Got that throwback Kyle Busch CarQuest Kellogg's machine. And that car is great. To quote Tony the Tiger. Sorry for the dad joke, couldn't help myself. Oh, 6 hits the wall there. That is definitely going to help the 5 go ahead and make this pass. New leader. Number 5, Ryan Walton to the point. It's like 6 is going to be okay. When you have a hit to the wall like that, you get lucky or you get unlucky here in iRacing. Sometimes you get wheel damage. And then you're just dragging that right front tire across a cheese grater to the point where eventually you get a meatball flag and it tells you you have to go to the pits or you get disqualified. Basically, that's the equivalent of blowing a tire here in iRacing. 88's going around the number 1 here, at least attempting to. He dives in there as we're going into 3. There we go. This is dangerous, as I mentioned. You dive down there, you better have the momentum to make that pass happen. Otherwise, you risk losing these positions. McCoy is outside. I don't know if he's going to be there. He looks like he might. He got the momentum off the top. And Anderson, Albert Anderson, that is, and the Pennzoil machine's right there behind him. This is a gaggle right here, folks. Oh, McCoy right up against the wall. '99's making his way through. Right now he's in 4th. I mentioned he was in 19th a minute ago, and he was fast. He has shown that speed right now. Albert's trying to get past Chris Goins there and does a little side draft. Pulls away, tries to carry that little momentum down the front stretch through the tri-oval. Right behind him, he's got McCoy, Redding, Osborne. Don't know if Goins is carrying some damage or not. He's going backwards. Luke Chadwick should be flying through here. He took tires. He's down here in this number 9 machine right here. He's up 12 spots. So far, 81 to 80 in the 88 get pretty tight there. 88's going to get stuck behind the 1 and the 6. 6 is going backwards a bit too. Anderson's up to 2nd, folks. And he's been on pit lane 3 times. He may have newer tires on that thing, and I don't know it because the last trip down pit lane, he definitely didn't take tires. He wasn't there long enough. Coming to complete 47 laps. Ryan Walton is your leader. Most of these guys were down pit lane at around lap 17. Albert Anderson went down to 28. Take a look. I told you they could go about, what, 28 laps here tonight on a tank of fuel. Did have some cautions in there, but that means sitting at lap 48 now. We shouldn't be too much further. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're within probably 10 laps of green flag pit stops here. Up front, Albert Anderson's going for the lead. Went around the outside. Carrying that momentum. Yeah, if the ace ain't hanging in there, Albert, hey, he's doing more than hanging in there. He's taking control. Pins oil to the point. 5's going to fight back on the bottom. I don't think he's going to get there, though. Luke Chadwick now. He has, like I mentioned, 4 new tires for sure. I just heard Walton, the 5, Ryan Walton's going to go pit lane, so mentioned we're probably going to have some pit stop. Oh, he goes around this a little bit. But he saves it. He just, only thing he lost was a little bit of time, folks. I think we got some fans out there in the chat for Ryan Walton. He's going to be okay. Albert Anderson, now your leader. I mentioned before, and he's all alone. There's the closest driver, Brett McCoy, in that 29. And you got behind him the 1 of Goins and the 6 of Robertson. You know, Kyle Vaught's out there pulling for Robertson as his teammate. He's still in the mix here. And I'm thinking some of these drivers just driving around the 1 and the 6. That doesn't happen unless you got tires. Most of these guys must have fresh field goods on there. And the 6 and the 1 are just paying their tire tax early. What I would do, honestly. I would pay it early. I certainly wouldn't want to wait until the end of the race to pay it. Right now, Anderson is out to a 3.36 second lead, and he is just rolling. Yeah, Brett McCoy on pit lane. Trevor Robertson dove down on pit lane. You just talking about these 2 drivers. Alex Anderson's on pit lane. Going to be a mixed bag here because some folks went in during those cautions and others stayed out to gain track position. But as it goes green here, going to hurt some people who stayed out.
Get me on the low side.
We'll get through this round of pit stops and we'll do a crank it up segment, folks. Chris Goins on pit lane. There's Jesse Redding, his teammate. Andrew Cawthon in a 10. Haven't talked much about him tonight out of Bartow, Florida.
88 pitting.
Scott Milner just hitting his box.
92 pitting, 92.
Dustin Eaton completing his service. So all these folks who hit pit lane have got to hope there's not a caution, because they're going to be at least 1 and some maybe even 2 laps down, because your leader has not went down for service yet. Luke Chadwick is now second. He was second anyway. I'm surprised he's as far back as he is. Probably got checked up some of those pit stops. I hear Simmons saying Dylan Simmons is going to pit lane in that 09. It's a rough transition right there. You saw one person, you kind of de-wedge the car when you go across because the banking falls away and you got 2 tires on the banking and 2 tires on the flat. And that's what happened to Walton, most likely, causing him to spin around there. Riding around here with Mike Everidge at the moment. As the 1 machine of Chris Goins goes around him, not from position. Chris has already had his pit stop. He's trying to go up here and take his lap back the old-fashioned way on speed. Lori's out there saying she's got Dave Mayberry as her pit reporter tonight in his ear. Let me take a look what's in the chat here. I'll stick you guys on the most exciting and see what's happened. I got the chairman out there, BFW MG Texas. Chairman saying he's running a mental health awareness month paint scheme this week. Always a good thing, veterans especially. Really anybody, but we do have a little bit of a problem with veterans. 22 a day, unfortunately, lose their lives to that problem. And that might even be accurate number anymore. This is the last time I looked. But, so Lori's out there saying hello to Jeremy and everyone. Kathy A talking about Albert. Yeah, he's putting on a show for you now. He's back up. He's back on pit lane. No, he's on pit lane for the first time. So he's leading. Now he took the 99 Pennzoil down for some needed service, and he's going to take tires here. So I don't know if he's already paid his tire tax. He may have early on in this race. Here's your current leader, Luke Chadwick, the number 9 machine. Got a Haviland looking paint scheme looking to it, you know. I think it says something else though there on that car. Triple Sport.
9-car pitting, 9-car pitting.
And you hear he's going on pit lane right now. Luke Chadwick. It rolled up as he gets to that yellow cone. That's where the speed limit begins. This should hand lead over to this man, Chris Gomes, that number 1 machine. He's in the thick of some traffic right now at the moment, though. Got to come around. Once he passes pit lane with Luke Chadwick on it, he's going to be your new leader. Ryan Walton right there in his hip pocket there in the 5. Gets a little sideways. Running that bottom. The 6 is trying to get around Ryan Walton as well. Walton's last on pit lane at 50. He went there earlier than these guys around him, Chris Gomes and Trevor Robertson. Trevor was on pit lane at 52. Gomes at 53. So your new leader right here, though, Chris Gomes, and he is in some heavy traffic right now. It's dangerous for you. Lose 3 wide right in front of him, the 69.23. And it's like maybe the 82 in the Rebel. Nowhere to go. So close. This is not looking good. 5's looking to take advantage. He's going to go through the middle. He's going to have to lead. The 1's going to have to capitulate. That's what happens. You just got unlucky here. He's going to have to regroup and refocus. That was very tight and almost turned into disaster for your top 3 drivers here. Here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is a legacy configuration. I personally enjoy this one more than most. Other people love the new kind of super speedway-ish version of this track. But this one here it's just so tough. It's a driver's track, and what I would call it at least. So the 1's regrouped. He's now in 2nd, man. That was pretty close. Ryan Walton, hey, this is a race. He saw an opportunity, and he took it, as any race car driver should. I don't know that any damage came on either of these drivers. You got Trevor Robertson right there in their hip pocket as well. Riding off the roof cam, Trevor Robertson racing out of McCrory, Arkansas. Looks like we kind of finished up our green flag pit stops here, folks. So we're going to go through the field, show you where your favorite drivers are running. Starting off with your current leader, this is Ryan Walton, number 5, on point. Chris Gomes there in 2nd. The Bucky's number 6 of Trevor Robertson, 3rd. 4th place, having a great run tonight, up 12 spots to 21 of Jesse Redding of Knoxville, Iowa. He's got Albert Anderson, America's driver, looking to challenge on the bottom here for that position. He's currently 5th, going to 4th here. Make his way back to the front after getting his new feel goods. The number 10, Andrew Cawthon, is in 6th out of Bartow, Florida. Mike Adamson in that Hendricks.com Chevrolet out of Sanford, Florida, is running 7th. He's up 17 positions. Scott Milner at M&M's Throwback Scheme to Kyle Busch out of Pittsburgh, Indiana, running 8th. Got the 09, Dylan Simmons, up 18 spots. Right now, he's your biggest mover in 9th. You got Colin Decker in that Amp Energy number 8 machine, throwback to Dale Jr. and Mountain Dew there on the rear fender. I like the color of this car, Lori. It's green, mind you. Lori's favorite color there is green, folks, if you didn't know. 67, Tim McAdams Sr. out of Mildred, Pennsylvania is running in 11th. Like average with that Rebel whiskey as a throwback to Kyle Busch as well out of Melbourne, Kentucky, running in 12th. Gordon Spain, that Bass Pro Shops 38 machine, 13th. Luke Chadwick here is running in 14th position out of Dallas, Texas. Joe Canellis fighting right now with the 23 of Aaron Warren. These guys are battling it for 14th position. Here's also out of Texas, Temple, Texas, Dustin Eaton running 17th. Dalton Scaife, 18th. That Coca-Cola machine. Goodweiser, number 28, George Rincon, up 7 spots for the night and 19th. Here's Alex Anderson running 20th out of Belton, Texas. Got a lot of Texans in here tonight. John Gallagher out of Roseville, California. He's running 21st. There goes Brett McCoy. Dodging through here for 23rd. Got Tyson on pit lane. Might be out of the race out of Avon, Mississippi. I don't know that he's been on track for a while.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it, folks. Jump back up front here to Ryan Walton, current leader, being hotly pursued by the 6th and the number 1, who are now side by side themselves. 70 laps complete out of the 133. We're over halfway. Turned into a great race. Five Machine has a little bit of a deficit on tires to these two drivers behind him. The best tires are on that number 1. He has not really been able to take advantage of it yet, probably because they're still too close. You know, once these tires start to wear out, assuming the one doesn't abuse his tires, he'll start to have an advantage. See that 6 Machine sliding his rears just a bit there on that high line. They're going to slide no matter what. You just want to keep it to a minimum. Hum DM, is that, I don't know if that's is that Dave Mayberry? It must be Dave Mayberry. I don't know who that is out there saying what's up man. Got the chairman out there saying national suicide is 19.6 per day in the veteran community. Top of the board are our Vietnam veterans, and I can understand why. I'm talking that some of the nastiest fighting in our history, at least our contemporary history, you could call it that, you know, in the 20th century and in the early 21st century. You couldn't pay me enough to be a tunnel, right? I mean, I would do my duty, but I sure wouldn't want to do it. Oh, look at this. The 6 Machine goes through the grass, almost like at full speed here.
I got loose and slapped the wall, dude. I'm sorry.
He's going to hang on to it.
Oh, you're good. I saved it.
He saved it. I think something happened with him, and as I was reading through the chat there, we'll go back and find it. Here it is. He was battling with the 99 here. Oh, Anderson just taps the wall just a bit. We saw that earlier with the 01. And he gets down into the 6's line. The 6 just says, hey, man, I'm going to dirt track it. I hope I don't bounce around too much and hang on to it. And he surely did. What a great display of driving there by the 6 Machine. Trevor Robertson. He does drop back to 5th. He's going to be challenged now by Mike Adamson and Andrew Cawthon right behind him. Now, Albert Anderson's up here looking to get 2nd place away from Chris Gomes. Looking to the inside. Dives deep into 1. He's going to be even. Pulling forward. Can he pull it off, though, coming out of the corner? Going to be close. Not clear. Got to set it up again, maybe. Might be a game of inches, but the longer he stays down there, the worse it is on his tires, like I mentioned. See how it slides? You're down there, and it just the front wheels start to grip. And when they start to grip in the middle of that corner because you're so low and you're putting so much wheel into it, your rear tires start to come around on you. And you saw him leaving a little bit of that rubber he really needs there on the bottom. We got Tabitha out there pulling for the 6 machine. Yeah, he's coming back. He's in 5th right now. He's pulling away from Mike Adamson and the 10 car here. Trevor's super fast here, like that Bucky's machine.
I'm not going to make it. I should have said I'm going to let it.
Albert Anderson does get around Chris Goins here. Just had to work it for a little bit. But yeah, I think he has about 5 lap fresher tires than Goins does here. The 8 machine going around the outside into the inside, looking like a rocket ship, but he's on newer tires than these guys. And it's not for position. Just heard the 5, your leader, going to pit lane. Coming around there, makes a good transition this time. Going to start to see these green flag pit stops happen. 79 laps complete. Coming to start the 80th. Here's your leader. America's driver, Albert Anderson, racing out of Washington, D.C. Just looking like he's on a Sunday drive here. He's got about 0.4 second advantage over second place Chris Goins. See Chris right there, not far off away from him. Oh, Decker gets into the wall a bit there. Holds on to it.
21 going in 21.
Trevor Robertson's on pit lane.
One way to do it, Eaton.
Mike Adamson's on pit lane. Dustin Eaton. Alex Anderson. Jesse Redding. Is that going to pull the leaders in with 81 laps in the books? Goins talking. I think he's going to hit pit lane here. And he is. You see the 1 going down pit lane, but the 99 continues on. Austin Fassett in the chat there. And his night ended pretty early. You know, we had some pretty bad crashes at the beginning of the race. Right now, Albert Anderson out there all alone. He can go a few more laps than those other guys that hit pit lane because he went down, I want to say 5 to 7 laps later than they did. So he's got more fuel. He could really catch these guys out if there's a quick caution here. He'd be holding a lot of his competitors a lap down. We're spread out pretty good on this track though at the moment. I'll show you the track map. That green circle around the number 1 indicates you're watching the first position, which is Albert Anderson right now, going into 3 and 4. He's just going to keep burning them up. Let's see if we can find you a closer battle here. Trevor Robertson and Dustin Eaton here, but I don't think that's for position. Dustin's right behind him. But he's a lap down to Trevor. Trevor's running 7th. Eaton's in 17th. Six into 5 now. This is for position. You see that Trevor is just in front of that Kellogg's machine. Brian Walton here. These guys are both running this low line. The 14, he's running that high line, getting the momentum coming up on them. Like I said, these guys are not running for position. The 14's not running with these guys for position. Looks like he may have fresher tires of. I'm taking a look here. This was on at 79. Yeah, so he has 1 lap fresher tires. If that was probably the 5, I'd let him go. Anderson still. Now he's going down pit lane. Mike Everidge also on pit lane in that Rebel Chevrolet. Should hand over, but not for long, to Luke Chadwick. Now he's being passed by Robertson. Robertson is your new leader in that Bucky's number 6 machine. I know Kyle Vaught's out there pulling hard for this man. Six is pulling away from the 5 here a bit. And right behind the 5. Well, not right behind him. He's got a lap car between them, the 14. But you got Chris Gomes in that number 1. 86 laps complete. These guys were down on 79, 80, 81 for Gomes. Gomes should have the freshest tires here. We'll see if he's able to parlay that into some passes. But we'll talk about the leader. Next round of pit stops should be around 107 for him. I'm going to take a look. I think I did some earlier calculations. Yep, if they can get past lap 105, they should be in good shape to make it the rest of the way without stopping for fuel. Watching the 1 here, desperately wanting to get by this 14 and work on the number 5. The 5, oh, he really you saw him get loose there. The 14 is going to go low on him. The 5 is really sliding his tires. Trying to catch the number 6 machine. I don't think it's going to be too much longer before we see a battle between the 3 leaders, but we got this 14 right in the mix with these guys. Drives right in the middle low. One's kind of running a half lane higher. Now you got him lined up nose to tail. 14 is out of the mix for the moment. Six machine is running that high line pretty consistent. Trying to take care of his tires. One's got to run on the inside of the 5. 14's right there with him too. They touch. One gets out of shape. So does the 5. Touches the outside wall. One's still trying to gather it up here. He still didn't have control. 14 doesn't know what to do. I think he's faster than these guys because he has better tires, but he's trying to stay out of the mix, maybe.
Yes, sir. I got 4 brand new tires.
Here we go. See him sliding there, coming out because he's running so low. Having to keep the wheel into it. All right, folks, that was some physical racing. We'll see if that burned the good off of the advantage that Gomes had on tires. I would go to a crank it up segment here, but this is just too good to leave. Trying to wait and see what happens here. Like the 5's going to have a run on your leader. He's there, but he's not going to be able to clear him. One might be able to help push past and then go to battle himself for that first position. Five does a slide job. 6 is going to go up and push him. Not wanting to give up second place. Wants to fight back for the lead. Oh, little piece of the wall there. Fights back on the outside, back around to 1. That momentum on the high side is tremendous. If you can hit the line right, but you can see how he's flirting with jumping the cushion. And if you jump and hit that wall, your day is over. This machine is losing a little bit of ground. I think he's going to have... Nope. See how he throttles up on the outside? This is incredible racing, folks. I hope you're enjoying as much as I am. I can't pry my way. Oh, 6 is in the wall. Can't pry myself away from this front battle, but I will eventually. Once they get it figured out, we'll run through the field and find out where your favorite driver's running. One machine might have it this time. Yeah, I think he does. He makes the pass for second. 14 is going to go ahead and get around the 6 as well. Not for position, though, as I mentioned previously. And now, question is, did the 1 use up all of his tires to this point? Does he have enough to go fight for this lead? Folks, we're going to do a crank it up segment. If you like listening to what these guys are hearing in their virtual rigs, they can keep the engines wide open. I've heard some of these guys. They can't hear themselves think. Go ahead and crank up your headphones, that television, or your computer speakers, and I'll be right back.
Give me bottom here, George.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right, folks, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that crank it up segment. The EMHMDM, I want to say that's Dave Mayberry. Thanks for helping out Lori tonight, Dave. And that wasn't as loud as I could go, buddy. I had to mute my headphones just to do that. Ryan Walton is still your leader. You're watching right now that number 5 machine. He's out to about a 0.6 advantage over the number 1 of Gomes. He's looking really fast. We saw him sliding his tires a bit earlier, but he's able to keep that machine underneath him. Doing a great job. Let's run through the field here. First position. here tonight. Ryan Walton. Get a little love to our sponsor here while we do this. Ryan Walton. And next up is Chris Gomes in at number 1. Still got the 14 in the mix here. Kurt Robertson in 3rd. 4th place, Jesse Redding. 88, Mike Adams up 19 spots right now, running 5th. Andrew Cawthon, 6th. America's driver, Albert Anderson out of Washington, D.C. He's running 7th. Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky. He's running 8th. Gordon Spain up 13 spots tonight as well out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. He's running 9th. Scott Milner, Pittsburgh, Indiana's own, 10th. Here's Dustin Eaton's up to 11th. Up 14 spots right now. A little touch of the wall there as we were cutting away from him. Dylan Simmons is running 12th. Joseph Canales out of Bristow. I don't know where Bristow is. He doesn't have the state there. 13th. Aaron Warren from Jasper, Alabama, running 14th. Luke Chadwick, Dallas, Texas, 15th. Michael Brooks in that good-looking, like Darth Vader Wrangler machine, running 16th. Lucky Charms, man, John Gallagher out of Roseville, California, he is 17th. 18th in the Amp Energy machine is Colin the Sandbagger Decker, he says, running 18th. Tim McAdams Sr. in that good-looking K&N 67 Chevrolet, he's running in 19th. Brett McCoy in the Budweiser 29, 20th. Dalton Scape in that Coca-Cola 69, he's running in 21st. George Rincon with the Goodweiser 28, running in 22nd. Alex Anderson's on pit lane here. It's like he's getting service at the moment, 23rd. And then Ice is out of the race. As far as I can see here, Jonathan Osborne is not out of the race. Here he comes. We have an onboard camera for Jonathan, in fact. Or we did. Like we may have lost his onboard camera.
38.
Yep, we lost his onboard camera. All right, we're going to get back to the main here. Albert Anderson is now your leader with all these guys hitting pit lane here at the moment. Back to the point. 24 laps to go. We're going to see how all this works out. Chris Gomes and Gordon Spain on pit lane right now. Ryan Walton's already back out. He hit pit lane at 106. Like I told you, anything past 105 and you're good to go. See how this plays. There's going to be any more cautions. 24 laps to go. I'm not going to say I highly doubt it, but they're in a good position. Once they get spread out like this, it's not usual that we end up with a bunch of cautions. All right, so Walton went on pit lane there at 106. His closest was Chris Gomes. He just took tires. He just came out. He went down at 109. I don't know if something's happened here. Go back and take a look. Yeah, this shakes out. He's in 9th place right now. It shows him a lap down. That's because Anderson hasn't hit pit lane yet.
99 putting his time.
He's going to hit pit lane right now. I just heard him. He goes to the bottom there. 99. This is going to put Gomes back on the lead lap. But he fell back further than I expected in that exchange. So I don't know if he had some trouble in pit lane or what happened. Take a look at his entering pit lane.
I'll give you the bottom up here in 3, Andrew.
Thank you, sir.
Looked pretty routine. Oh, there it is. I knew something happened, folks. But as he's coming off of this, because he really dropped back, I think that could cause him to race without a caution. He's trying to get around this 19 of Milner.
On this on, take me in, bud.
And he's on, you see how they're inverted to each other. Just really loose down there in that flat there. He doesn't want to hit him. He puts a little too much wheel into it. Oh, just kisses that inside wall. May have a bit of damage on it. Not too bad, though, but that's why he fell back. I figured something was up there. He's back up to 6, but that's not going to help him win this race. You got Walton right now out front, being challenged by Trevor Robertson, though. Here we go. This is probably going to be your race for the win. These two cars intermingled with them. The 82 and the 38 are not in this for position. Mike Adamson. I'll click this down. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a caution. Most likely. We'll see. I just saw the wreck back there in the background. 69 of Scaife. No caution. They cleared the racing line. That's surprising. Back to the front here. We're still racing, folks. You saw as I did what happened in the background. I'm going to stay with this for a moment. We'll go back and see what happened. Six has got the momentum on the outside. Probably in the preferred position right now. Trevor Robertson looking to take over the lead from the 5 machine. They both went down at 106. They both have fresh tires on. 6 is able to fight back again, incredibly. 82 doesn't know where to go. He's a lap down to these guys.
I'm going to go to the bottom, but
6 is really hanging it out there on the top. You can see it. These lap cars are not helping, doing any favors to this battle. 15 laps to go. All right, looks like it's settled for the moment. Go see what happens with Dalton Scaife and Colin Decker. It's like Colin's in the wall. See the 8 machine right in front of Scaife. Gets a piece of the wall, comes down. Scaife's got nowhere to go as the 92 is trying to avoid as well. You see the grip happen, the front wheel's grip on the 8, shoot him back at the outside wall. And then you got these guys. That's what happened. That was the wreck. And incredibly, iRacing did not throw the caution. We have iRacing caution, folks. That way there's no favoritism whatsoever. iRacing either throws the caution or they don't. And I noticed over the last few updates, less and less cautions come out if the crashed vehicles clear the racing line. And that's what happened there. You're watching Trevor Robertson trying to get back up here. He's got 2 lap down cars between him and Ryan Walton. I don't know if he's going to have a chance. If he does have a chance, he's got to make quick work of these guys. Now the 82 and 38 looking to make a pass on Walton. That might put him back in the clutches of the 6. He's going to try to go back around 82. I don't think he's going to get there, though. That 38 gets a run on his outside. Perhaps Trevor Robertson will have a chance to go around with him. 11 laps to go. Don't go anywhere after this is over, folks. We are going to talk to your lead or your winner here tonight, right after the checkered flag falls. I think Robertson may have burnt some good off that right rear. running the high line the way he was.
Staying high. Please do not rear end.
So there's nobody. Escape's staying high here. He's damaged. Yeah, I don't know if he has any good left in those tires. 10 laps to go.
Thank you, Dalton.
Got Ryan Walton looking to take home, I want to say, the first victory of the season for him. Let me go take a look at that.
Below us, Albert.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, I didn't know if you see him, but maybe calling us.
Yeah, I saw him down there. Thanks, man.
Yeah, Walton right now, it would be his first victory, I think, ever here in the Vigilante Racing League. He's pretty new to this series. Going his skill set here tonight at Legacy Atlanta. 9 laps to go, coming to 8. Back here and take a look. This is a battle between Adamson and Cawthon's heating up pretty good. Adamson has third. Cawthon wants it. Run on the inside here. He does have 1 lap fresher tires than Adamson, so Adamson's trying to hang on here for a podium position. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it here. 10 gets by pretty handily there. Flies up in front of him, so put the 10 into third. It's right where he started the night. The battle here between Dylan Simmons and Jesse Redding. Oh, and just I say that 09 hits the wall there. And Chairman out there saying, let's go 22, slow and steady, finishes the race, man. Absolutely. This is Mike Everidge and Gordon Spain. It's like Mike's pulling down the low line. Don't know if he's okay. 38 is just going to go around his outside there. Pressure tires. Mike's just wanting to get a good finish here tonight. No, actually going to fight back there on the outside, maybe. Another battle in the 21 and the 67. Jesse Redding trying to take 11th from Tim McAdam. I think he's got it now. Really spread out around here, folks. Probably the closest battle right here, but you can see on the track map. Closest battle we have is 0.2 of a second from each other. Everyone else is more spread out than that. Three laps to go.
67 hitting in.
Right now, Five Machine has 0.8 second advantage over Robertson. So barring a lap of the wall or getting tangled up with one of these lap cars, Five's looking to cruise home with a victory here. Yeah, I see the chairman out there talking about death while on the tank slimer. Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world, man. I'd rather wreck a car than have a tank slapper on a motorcycle. Yeah, now you see Walton starting to pull away. He's up to going on a second advantage here. I think that Trevor had a chance, but when he got tangled up with those lap cars and really, there goes the white flag right there, folks. You saw it. 5 machine just got to get around here one more circuit. One more time. Coming around 3 and 4. On the outside of 67. And there he goes. Your winner tonight. Number 5 machine of Ryan Walton brings it home. A victory of about half a second over the 6 of Trevor Robertson.
That was a hell of a race.
Great job here tonight.
Good job, Andrew. Good job, man.
And we're going to get an interview with Ryan Walton here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Make sure if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us out, helps out these drivers.
Yep, not bad.
And hit the notification bell as well.
Good job,
Give us a
Ryan.
second. We'll get Ryan up into the booth here.
Andrew.
That was fun, Gordon. Have a blast.
Let's see if we can get you some unofficial results.
I'm sure the leaders didn't appreciate
Actually, we'll do that towards the end here. Let me see if I can find him right now. He's doing some burnouts for us, which is what we always like. We want to see it. And here he is with OG Racing.
Good win. Good win, Ryan, Trevor, and
Up into the green room here. I think this is his first victory. We'll confirm it here in a moment. And here he is. The man of the hour, Mr. Ryan Walton, in the number 5 machine. And Ryan, this is down in the booth, buddy. Do you have me?
yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, what a victory here tonight. It wasn't without its moments there where you guys were beating and banging on each other, battling through this, all the lap traffic. Man, that was tremendous driving, really, between you, the 6, and the 1. What was the secret to success here tonight at Legacy Atlanta?
Pretty much just saving your tires, and it was definitely a big fuel mileage race, and it was definitely a heck of a battle with the 6 and the 1, and that was the biggest race that I've ever had. Now I drove my heart out with that one.
I tell you, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first victory here in the Vanquish Series. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a big one, man. And what a track. This is I would call this a driver's track. I don't know if you would, but this is not a place that's easy to win at. So if you go out there and put your skills on display and bring home the trophy here tonight, tremendous job, man. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. You really must know how to take care of your tires. Saw you really running the bottom. You could basically run wherever you wanted to. Sometimes I saw you a little sideways, thought you were going to burn the tires up a bit, but you didn't. So I don't know if you got some. I'm sure you're not going to tell anybody. I wouldn't tell anybody my secrets on how to save tires if I were you, but it definitely was a skilled track, man. This is not just mash the gas and go.
No, sir. I actually got scared there for the last 15 laps. I thought I was going to be short on fuel and then across the finish line with half a lap to the good.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see a 3-way battle for the win there. 6 was up on the outside. You guys got tangled up with some lap traffic there. Kind of took him out of it, and then the 1 coming off pit lane after his last stop did like a half spin, so he wasn't going to be in there in the battle. I was up for it though. I wanted to see that to the very end, man. But hey, as we roll out of here, we're headed to Pocono. How do you feel about that track?
I'm pretty decent at Pocono. It'll be some pretty good racing. I'm sure it'll definitely be a heck of a battle with the same guys, so I look forward to it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, congratulations one more time. But before I let you go, do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Thank you to all my supporters and people who watched me today. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll do good at Pocono next week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You did have some fans in the chat, by the way. When you watch this back, you'll see that. But congratulations on the win. Your first win here in the Vigilante Vanquish Series, and we look forward to seeing you in Pocono.
Thank you, sir. You too.
All right, folks, that was your champion here tonight. The winner, Ryan Walton, in that number 5 machine. He did an incredible job bringing home his first victory here in the Vigilante Vanquish Series here tonight. We lost our, there we go. Don't know why that went away suddenly, but it did. All right, let's get you some results up here for the race tonight. Top step, as we talked about already, Ryan Walton, that number 5 machine. Trevor Robertson brought it home second. Andrew Cawthon third. Mike Adamson fourth. Let me take a quick look. And barring any incident, he's the biggest mover of plus 20 tonight. It is Mike Addison at fourth. Chris Gomes was able to recovery run back to fifth. 6th position, Albert Anderson. 7th, Gordon Spain. 8th, Mike Everidge. 9th, Scott Milner. 10th position, Jesse Redding. 11th, Joseph Canellis. 12th, Dylan Simmons. 13th, Luke Chadwick. 14th, Aaron Warren. John Gallagher was 15th. Michael Brooks, 16th. Tim McAdams Sr., 17th. 18th was George Rincon. Alex Anderson, 19th. 20th, Dalton Scaife. Brett McCoy, 21st. 22nd, Colin Decker. 23rd, Dustin Eaton. 24th, Jonathan Osborne. 25th, Scott Tice. 26th, Kelly Kill. 27th, John McAdam. Austin Fassett was 28th. 29th, Penny McAdam. And 30th, John Gainbachler. And that wraps up your results here at Legacy Atlanta, man. What a great race we had, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. There was parts of that race that were just incredible. Those guys at the front were putting on a show for all of us. But hey, one more time before we go, tonight's broadcast is proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email on your screen, and he'll get you fixed up and ready for your next race in style. And thank you, Trackside Graphics, for supporting both the Vanquish and the Premier Series this season. All right, folks, as I mentioned a couple times, we are headed out to Pocono next. Round 5 is officially in the books. Make sure you tune in next Friday, the 12th of June, by 8:50 p.m. But until then, folks, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante. And we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.